How's it going, guys? And today we're back with another video. So this time I'm going to be kind of doing another update video. The last one I did was about a month ago, I'd say. And things have changed since then, but I haven't shown a lot of stuff. So I'm just going to be showing some more new engines and kind of things that have been happening on the layout. So I'm going to start with some new engines. I don't think I've showed these at all yet, but these are all AHM ones, or Rivarossi. They all have the original box, and there's four of them there. So there's the 060 with the tender. There's the Reliance Rock Company 060 tank engine. Then there's the Dockside switcher, and then the 040 tender engine. So I'm pretty sure these were all probably never run before I got them. All the boxes were in really good shape as well. So they all came from Hobby Haven, and they're all nice runners, and they look really nice. Since I didn't have any of these engines, they're all kind of nice to have. And then the Bachmann Emily, you will remember that one probably from the last video I did. I actually got that one a couple weeks ago. I just never uploaded the video until now. So the actual mechanism in this thing, I never showed it because I worked on it after I made the video. But the mechanism in this thing is very odd. Tiny motor, it can't really pull that much. She can't really pull that much, just because there's no weight for it to pull with. The motor chassis is not very big. It's got a lot of gears. It's got 11 total gears driving the set of wheels and then the eyes. So I think that's a bit excessive, but what can you do? But it runs really good, or she runs really good. I don't know if you remember in the video where how you could tell how loud it was and how shaky or kind of stuttery it was when it would run, but it's a lot better now. I think I have something else on the, oh yeah, it's these engines here. I've got them on the track, so it's kind of drawing power. I heard one of them try and pull away. So let's see. Yeah, there we go. That's better. So that's like 40% power. A lot quieter, a lot smoother. Doesn't stop anymore. But I'm not sure how long that motor's gonna last. I've got another one that's hopefully better, because the motor in this thing is absolutely tiny. You take the size of, it's pretty much an N scale motor, so I'm not sure exactly how long it's gonna last with the, I feel like that's designed, since it's so light it can't hardly pull anything besides maybe the 2 passenger cars that it came with. So I think that was probably to compensate for the tiny motor. Over here is one I need to upload the video for too. This one I had to get new gears for for the wheels, because they were cracked and it didn't run. So it runs now. It's a Lifelike Proto 2000 GP18, and it also has the original box. And yeah, I'll have a video uploaded for that one soon as well. This one isn't really too much. I don't know if you remember in the last update video I said that this one had a cracked gear, which was this one here, the main drive gear. I fixed that, so it actually runs smoothly now. And then over here are some new engines that I just got. This is a Mahano Iowa Northern SD40-2, I'm pretty sure is what this one is. So this one, it is missing some handrails. As you can kind of see, I need to glue this one back, and on the front there's two of them missing. But it actually runs really good. The Mahano engines, there's usually nothing wrong with them when you get them. They usually run actually pretty well, because this one I could probably tell hadn't been run for a little while, and it really ran pretty good. I just had to take it apart and oil it and everything, and it runs perfectly fine now, just as good as all the other Mahano engines that I've got. And then this one came from the same person that this one did, so this is an AHM, but it's a Long Island one, which is, I think, kind of interesting. Both of these, well, this one had the original box, this one was in a Athearn box, so at least this one has the original box. But I've never seen this one before. I'm not sure if Coco said it was almost like somebody took the shell of this thing and put a Long Island cab on it, and it was like a Santa Fe shell, or Santa Fe diesel or something, but I'm not really sure. I don't think it is, because it doesn't look modified in any way, because the paint is pretty good. On this side it's a little bit not that great, but it's a lot better on this side. and as you can see, the cab on these is all one piece, so there was no way to take it off. So I'm not really sure. That one runs pretty good, and I mean, it's an AHM, you can't really go wrong. Over here, that Athearn Baldwin switcher is running a little bit better. All of these, I think, are still the same. Nothing has changed with those. Over here, in the last update video, I said I worked on this engine, and it's definitely running a lot better. It's quite a bit faster and smoother now. I actually had to take the motor, well, I didn't take the motor apart, but I had to clean the motor on it. So, that one's good. And then, Casey Jones is still running, and then in the last video I said that this one was no longer running. I got it running again, so I don't remember what exactly was wrong with it. There was something wrong with the wires inside for the contacts, where it wasn't making a good connection. So I had to fix those, and I think it's running fine ever since. Everything else is still running fine. Same with down here. The brass switcher is still running good, I think. At least last time I checked. And then all of these. Sorry for the shaky camera. But I don't know if any of these are new. I know these two my brother got for Christmas. I'm not sure if I actually showed them, though. And then there's the Train Man, and then the two Stewart ones are still running fine. And then up here are just some of the bigger engines. This one, I think all of these are actually running. I'm not sure about this one. This is an Athearn RDC car, but it's a really old one, probably from the 1950s or 60s. It's an all-metal one, and it was in a kit, so it has the original box. But that one, it's been kind of a pain to get running because everything just shorts because it's all made of metal. Other than that, I think those are all good. There's the boxes for the 4 AHM engines that I had up on the train table. My brother got a whole bunch of these Campbell kit, like building kits, for pretty cheap. So there's the drugstore and barbershop, there's the curved trestle, there is this one, which is the cigar and laundry store, then the house, or the Pickens house, and then this one here, the firehouse. I think this one is already up on the layout. Well, I'm not sure actually. Let's see. Yeah, I think these are just all the shingles and stuff for it, but I'll show you it real quick. Yeah, so I think it's this one here. So this one is the kit. It's not all the way built. The roof still needs to be put on, but it's done a pretty good job and everything. I think it looks really good. So it's always nice to get some house kits. And they were only like 10 bucks each for those kits. The big ones were 12 bucks, and then the small ones were like 5, so I think that was a really good price. There were also some of these Woodland Scenics kits. So there's the treehouse. I can't remember what this one is. It's, I think, a little building or like a shed or something. And then there was this one, which is a, just like a little tiny shed with a light and a tree. So this one's one he's already put together, and then these two still need to be done. So over here, none of the N-scale stuff has really changed. I think this one I didn't actually show. So this one is a new European one. It came from the same place as all those other European ones that are up there. I think all of these, I know this one here, this one, and this one came from the same booth at the antique store. So that fourth one over there that I just put down is also from that booth. So I'm back, and so what it is, it's a Lima. I'm not sure what class of engine this is. It's got somebody's put knuckle couplers on it, so you can actually pull American stuff. I had to put new traction tires. These have really big traction tires, but they were cracked and kind of fell off, so I don't actually have traction tires that really work with this thing, because they're really thick and really big. The only thing I had were the regular traction tires, so I had to put 2 on there. I think it works pretty well. I haven't really run it that much, but it's not too bad. Somebody's obviously modified the inside because they put lights and stuff in it, but other than that, it's actually not too bad. Then the only other thing to really go on up here was this. This is that weird streamlined kind of deal. Either a Fleischmann or a Lima, I'm still not sure. I put a coupler on it so it can actually pull freight cars. So that is really good because it's nice being able to pull stuff. On the inside of the shelves, nothing's really changed that I can see. This thing is running again. This one still doesn't have a motor. This one still isn't running. This one I put, actually I worked on this one quite a bit. So this one I don't have the actual valve gear for it, or not the valve gear, the pistons. It didn't come with any, so I had to make something. The thing I had before, they kept jamming up, so I had to remake something a little more sturdy, and now they actually work. So that's good. And then the other thing is, this one is the Roundhouse, the newer Roundhouse 060 Dockside, or no, Saddle Tanker or something, or Saddle Tank Engine. I have no idea what these are called. But I actually got this one running, so I had to make another contact for the third set of wheels there, you can kind of see. But it's actually running pretty good. It's very low geared, so it runs really slow. So that's kind of neat. All of these engines, I think, are good. The 442 Atlantic is still having issues, and it's been a pain to figure out what's actually wrong with it. This engine, I know I didn't, in the last one I said this one wasn't running. I got this one running. It's actually a really, really smooth runner for a Varney engine. It's like perfectly smooth. I'll put it on the track real quick. So this one I got at the Hobby Haven as well, back earlier in the year, I think, probably a month ago or something. I don't really remember. Or maybe it was late last year, it could have been. But it actually runs really smooth. It's not very strong. Nice and quiet. But it's, for something like this, it's actually not that strong of an engine. It can't pull that many freight cars. I think it's because all the weight is in the back and the motor is up here. So it kind of struggles sometimes, especially right here, because it's sort of an incline. Because of just the way the table is. I think the table's on a slope. But it kind of struggles. So it could use with it would benefit for it to have a traction tire or something. Then nothing has really changed down here. I think most of the engines are probably in the exact same order as you saw them in the last video. Same with down here. There's the new brass engine. I don't know if I showed this one either. So this is what is this thing? It's an SMS or SHS. I've never heard of these before. It's a brass made in Korea engine. So it's like a SD, I have no idea. I can't tell most of these engines, but that's another one to the brass collection. And then down here, nothing has changed again, I don't think. The only thing is I found the Krause engine. I almost completely forgot about, I've completely forgot about me owning it until I saw a video of SMT Mainline getting one, and I was like, oh yeah, I have one of those. And so I put it in here because it was just in the box, among with all the other engine boxes. So I put it in there, and I've been running it a little bit, and it runs nice. So everything else in there is good. There's a new fan, but it's a channel about trains, so I will get back to that. So all the Tyco engines are pretty much exactly the same as you saw them. The one Tyco Chattanooga is okay, or it's running fine. The other one is still being a pain. I don't know what is wrong with that thing. It never has quite run right. So I'm going to have to take the motor completely apart again to try and fix it, because it always acts like it doesn't have any lubricant in it, but even though it does. And then this thing is a really bad shape one. I'm not sure. I think I did show this one, but it is running now. So if I didn't have that one running in the last video, I think when I got it, I did the video, but it wasn't running very well. So now it is. It's actually running pretty good. And I put a coupler on it, I think. Yeah, it's got a coupler, so you can pull stuff with it. Everything else hasn't changed. It's pretty much, everything is, I think, actually in the exact same spot as it was last time. Nothing has changed. The brass daylight is still not running very well. And I think that's it, actually. Some more progress on the layout has been done. As you can see, more grass has been put down, and the roads and stuff where the big boy is and everything. But other than that, that's about it. So I might do a video running some of these engines, but for now, that's going to be it. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.